Here is more testimony of the use of devices for the development of concentrations of eternal life PRK-1U, configured according to medical profiles. Hello, I am Tamara Fedorovna Alexandrenko. I have been studying the teaching of GRABOVOI since 2004, and I would like to share my results that I have obtained while working with the PRK-1U device. In June 2020, a growth started growing on my right breast. It grew to about 7 millimeters in diameter. It felt dry, but looked very unsightly. I had to cover it up on the beach. I worked with the skin, but there were no visible results. Then I designated this formation as a wart and worked with this numerical series. Every day this formation rapidly decreased. On the 4th day of work it simply fell off. Underneath was smooth, even skin. In this place, only a white spot remained on the tan skin. I used the #1 device for rejuvenation. In August 2020, I started having pain in both knees. The pain was localized in one point on each knee and was especially painful at night. I worked with knee joints until I heard on some program that it could be muscle pain. I found this muscle, tendons and ligament in the book Recovery of Man's Matter by Concentration on number rows on the picture, and numerical series for them. I worked for 15 to 20 minutes using the 5th device, configured according to the medical profile, and the pain went away. On October 14, 2020, at about 10 p.m., my tooth under the crown started to hurt. I tried to relieve the pain without the help of the device, but the pain soon became unbearable. I thought about calling a taxi and going to the clinic, but I still decided to work on my own. The pain suddenly stopped. I worked for about an hour. I turned off the device and went to bed. Before I could fall asleep, the pain resumed. I realized that I had not done enough with the tooth. I turned on the 5th device again, which provides eternal life to everyone, and worked for another hour and a half, even when the pain stopped. I spent less time on the whole job than if I had gone to the clinic, and I also saved the tooth and the crown. The next day I started working on restoring the tooth. Now I have no unpleasant sensations in the tooth. And on December 4, 2020, my 15-year-old granddaughter had 4 wisdom teeth pulled out at once in a private clinic. The procedure lasted more than 4 hours. They stitched them up. She had damage to her jaw joint, and overdose of anesthesia. Not to mention that they ruined her entire gum there. Not to mention the pain and stress she endured. My daughter turned to me for help, and I already had experience working with teeth. I worked for an hour and a half on the 5th device PRK-1U and the girl felt relief. After that, I worked for another 6 days to restore the gums, joints, removed swelling and pain, and removed toxins. They helped me with this, looked at the situation and corrected it. It was necessary to restore the child faster so that she could go to school. Now everything is normal. We managed it in a week. The next case is only indirectly related to medicine, but the work on it was carried out on a device that implements events that ensure eternal life for everyone. When everyone went into self-isolation in the spring, many people's businesses were at risk of never recovering. So was my son-in-law. There was a lot of panic, talk that this was the end. All the time until work at the production site resumed, I worked to ensure that the business was fully restored. There are always orders. Orders are paid and workers are paid on time and in full to ensure eternal life and salvation for everyone. And everything turned out as it was under my management. Thank you for your attention. Thank you.